Okay, sorry about that. I totally booted myself right on out of here. It tells you, do you want to sign off? Asks you, do you want to sign off? And I accidentally hit the yes instead of, or the okay instead of no. So it booted me off. Oh well, I'm back for what that's worth. Let's see who comes in again. Silly me. Did everybody just go over to Matthew's channel? That's okay. You can go to Matthew's channel. Especially if he's not coming back on. He may as well have one last hurrah, I suppose. I don't understand why he's leaving YouTube, but to each his own, I guess. So I'll probably read my language of letting go and make this a letting go video since nobody's coming in right now. Ugh. I'm going to get up and go throw this mail out because I don't need it. And then I'm going to grab my letting go book and pick up where we left off on the language of letting go series. Just a minute. And open up to my page. Because we did start June, although I don't remember if I read the last day in May yet. Let's see. So yeah, I will read. Yes, this is a good one. Powerlessness and unmanageability. I am reading from the language of letting go for our Letting Go in 2019 series. This is by Melody Beattie, copyright 1990. And I'm going to read another chapter because there were chapters I missed out on because I frankly couldn't find my book. All right. So, willpower is not the key to the way of life we are seeking. Surrender is. I have spent much of my life trying to make people be, do, or feel something they aren't, don't want to do, and choose not to feel. I have made them and myself crazy in that process, said one recovering woman. I spent my childhood trying to make an alcoholic father who didn't love himself be a normal person who loved me. I then married an alcoholic and spent a decade trying to make him stop drinking. I've spent years trying to make emotionally unavailable people be emotionally present for me. I've spent even more years trying to make family members who are content, feeling miserable and feeling miserable, happy. What I'm saying is this: I've spent much of my life desperately and vainly trying to do the impossible and feeling like a failure when I couldn't. It's been like planting corn and trying to make seeds grow peas. Won't work. By surrendering to powerlessness, I gain the presence of mind to stop wasting my time and energy trying to change and control that which I cannot change and control. It gives me permission to stop trying to do the impossible and focus on what is possible, being who I am, loving myself, feeling what I feel, and doing what I want to do with my life. In recovery, we learn to stop fighting lions simply because we cannot win. We also learn that the more we are focused on controlling and changing others, the more unmanageable our life becomes. The more we focus on living our own life, the more we have a life to live, and the more manageable our life will become. Today will accept powerlessness, where I have no power to change things, and I'll allow my life to become manageable. All right, so yeah, you found me, KK. You found me. Matthew's on too at the same time I am. I just thought I would read a little excerpt, another chapter of that book, The Language of Letting Go, and share a little bit of that with you because I was waiting for people to come on in. Hi, hello, Miss Mystery. Yeah, that is a very good book. The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, a lady that went through a really rough life and decided to share the things that helped her overcome things in her journey. It's a very good book. Um, so many of us try to control other people and things and try to fix them and help them and make them better. And some people just, they're too miserable to care that you're trying to help them. They enjoy the misery. Some people do. Some people would rather lash out at other people than, deal with their own stuff and get the help that they need. So you can't fix everybody. You just can't. Um, Anyhow, I guess that's all I had to say on that. You just learned that lesson? Yeah, a lot of people learn that lesson. I've learned that lesson many times over. Thankfully, now I learned to not attach so tightly to people that when things fall apart, I'm not devastated and feel like I can't go on. You know, I don't get that hooked to people. I don't let myself get that hooked to people. I'm sad, yeah, when relationships have ended, it makes me sad. I mourn the loss of a relationship, but you have to move on. You can't stay in that, stuck in that mode. I cannot figure out how to hold this phone, seriously. I guess that's better, maybe. Who knows? I can't tell where my eyes are staring. That's the problem. Um, but yeah, you can't make an alcoholic parent be the loving, nurturing parent that you needed. They're too caught up in their own self soothing gestures and addictions and things like that to really pay attention to you. So sadly, that's how it is. You can't make your friends that aren't taking care of themselves take care of themselves. I can't make my husband stop eating whole blocks of cheese and to learn that a serving is an ounce of cheese, not enough ounces to serve a whole entire family. I can't make him do that. I can't make people stop smoking, stop vaping, stop cussing. Wish I could, but I can't. And that's something you just need to learn that you can't control the universe. You can tell people how it makes you feel, but it's ultimately up to each individual what they want to do with their life and if they want to get help for their addictions and their compulsions and things that they struggle with. You can't do it for them. You can't live their life for them. If it is your child, you can't live their life for them. If they are of age, they have a right to decide to a certain measure, what they want to do with their lives. It's not up to you to constantly tell them what to do. So it's just how it is. As much as we may not like that and we want to be in charge because we're used to that, it's not the healthiest thing for the child, even as they're getting older. I learned that with my own children. I had to let go, untie the apron strings, and let them make those adult decisions, even the ones that I cringed as they made them. They needed to do that. They needed the right to fail, the right to make those mistakes and pick themselves up. Because someday I'm not going to be around to be there to pick them up. That's why I raised them to be independent young ladies who can decide for themselves. It's kind of sad to me sometimes when I think about my daughter Anna, who kind of pushed me away most of her life and still does. How much I missed out on in her life. Like when I tried to make things up to her and I tried to reconnect with her, she still just kept pushing me away. So there were so many things that she experienced in life with boys and guys and whatever that I wasn't there for. I didn't even know. I still don't know about them. I don't know what health issues she's gone through. I don't know what fears she's had. She didn't talk to me about any of that. I haven't talked to her like mother to daughter since she was in her teen years, and now she's like in her 30s, 20s, later 20s. It's sad, but once again, you can only do so much, and then the adult child, has to make those decisions on their own and figure out things for themselves. It's especially, I think, tricky with girls, daughters, because daughters are going to go through all the lady things that we ladies go through. And I would think a daughter would want her mom there for her, or maybe at least another woman figure, an adult woman figure. And I don't know if my daughter had that. And that's sad to me. She probably did. My daughter had other women in her life. She had her daughter's other grandmother. She had those women in that family. So she had some people there. She had her friends, I think. But it's not the same. I wanted to be there for her. I wanted to be the mom that, you know, helped tell her it was okay and we were going to get through this and whatever. And I didn't get that chance. And it's sad, but I can't undo that. I can't go back and rewind time. You know, I had a chance to do that with my eldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and a little bit with my third daughter down age wise. So I'm blessed for those times I got to share with three of my girls. And actually, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. There's always going to be at least one, I think, if you have a larger family, which we had a family of 4 daughters. Not super large, but larger than most these days, I guess. Um, there's always going to be one child in that family, I think, that's a little bit rebellious or a little more headstrong and independent. And not that that's a bad thing, just depends on how that independence is channeled, I guess, and which direction they go with it. But yeah, it's kind of rough. It's kind of sad when you realize you can't get those days back. But life goes on. Children grow up, grandchildren come, and then the grandchildren grow up. And meanwhile, even as an adult, an older adult, 52 years old, my life goes on. Nobody's paying my bills, except my husband right now with his unemployment. But I'm just saying, when I was working, I was paying my bills. I'm the one that has to take care of that stuff. I'm the one that cooks the meals. I'm the one that cleans the house. And nobody's doing that for me. My daughters aren't checking on me to make sure, hey, mom, you got clean clothes to wear today? You got food to eat today? It's not like that. And in some households, the elderly and the other stuff are taken care of. They check in on them, they make sure they're okay. Heck, half the countries, the parents and grandparents live with their kids. Not in this society, not where I live. My kids don't bother with me, except for maybe Carol and Amber, the eldest and the youngest. So, oh, wow. I don't know what twin talking is, KK. What's that? I'm not sure what that means because I never had twins, so I don't know what that's like. Yeah, and I always thought, oh, it'd be so cute to have twins, no children, 2 boys or 2 girls or whatever. And yeah, I've heard that from people that when you got a set of twins, they have each other. So they really don't hang around much with mom. I think the hardest lesson I ever had with raising kids was when I went on Facebook and I started looking at like my daughter's friends, like her age and stuff. And I noticed, hey, their mom isn't in their photos on Facebook either. Just like I got upset at my kids because they didn't ever want me in their pictures. They didn't talk about what's going on with mom. They talked about what was going on with them and their friends and whatever social events they were in. And it was kind of hurtful. It was like, ouch. I thought I would always be included in my children's lives. I thought I was that mom that, we were going to be together forever. And it's not like that in my family. They each have their own very individual, separate from mom lives. Like my eldest daughter, she works in a mental health crisis type place, and she's very busy at her job. She does 2 other jobs, and oh, gotcha, KK. Um, and she met her husband, and they do their thing. I see him once in a while. I hear from him once in a while because I go and do my laundry up there sometimes. Or if my daughter gets sick, she'll say, Mommy, come and run your fingers through my hair and comfort me. I'm sick. That happens too. Of course, I had a car when I did that. Um, but that kind of stuff goes on once in a while, but it's very rare. I'm glad my daughter's not sicker than she is. There were moments there we thought we were going to lose her. But that's pretty much with Carol. And then Anna doesn't bother with me at all. She never calls me, never cares what's going on with me, hasn't for years. Randy, same thing. Randy's kind of close to Anna, so the two of them together pretty much badmouth me and don't say much of anything good about me. Um, and then I didn't know what happened with poor Matt, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. And then Amber and I are close. Y'all know that. My youngest and I, yeah, we're close. But Amber lives out of town now, like an hour and a half away, just about. So I don't see any of those girls. And at least Amber will call me up and talk to me and stuff. But and Carol will too, once in a while. Not so much just to talk to me, but usually about the house payment or something that's going wrong or whatever, that kind of thing. Just Carol? What do you mean just Carol? Carol, Anna, Randy, Amber. Those are my daughters. Carol's 33. Anna is 29, I think. Randy's 24 or 25, and Amber's 19. Oh, I can see Carol all the time? Not all the time, but yeah. She doesn't live super close. It's driving distance. And she works clear on the other side of town. Back when she worked closer to where I live, I saw her a lot more because my counselor was over there and I would go to counseling, and she worked fairly close to that. So I could see her, but not anymore. She transferred to a different place. So I pretty much only hear from her once in a while on the phone, and it's usually about how much I owe for the house payment or whatever. Um, like I said, Anna doesn't talk to me. Randy really hardly ever talks to me. Once in a while, if I get Randy and she's just like sitting home alone, bored or whatever, she'll talk my ear off on the phone. But those times have become fewer with her, even. And again, Randy was another one that I was really close to when she was younger. I homeschooled her. I dropped out of college to homeschool her after I'd gone back to college as an adult. And we were super close for like 2, 3 years. And then when I left her dad and left her behind at 13 years old, we weren't close anymore. It was hard. That was hard on me to leave Randy like that. She probably doesn't know how hard it was on me, but she probably wouldn't care either. She's a grown woman. She doesn't really, think about that stuff. If I told her that, she'd be like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sure it was." Pretty much like that. Hi, Michi. Ooh, it looks like it's going to rain, y'all. So I'm going to grab this toilet paper out of the wagon so I can make sure it doesn't get any wetter than it got earlier. And I will bring you back and forth with me as I gather the TP patrol today. This one didn't get very dry. Some of them did, though. Figure out where to put this stuff. Kinda, some of it did. That was a good idea to stick it out there. I'm not ignoring you, honey. Okay. Well, Hillary said something happened and poor Matt. And I'm supposed to ask you about it, or you're supposed to tell me. All right, anyway. Just went to a fireman's ball game. Oh, that's cool. Hi, Sunshine Baby. What happens to my cats? What do you mean? What happened to them? Nothing. Nothing bad. I'm not sure what you mean, what happened to my cats. No, Mommy Mars asked, what happened to my cats? Oh, the cat came back? That was the title. That meant me. I'm the cat. I came back. Because I accidentally knocked myself offline. House is fine. It came along as much as it needs to come along for now. We scrubbed the heck out of it. We're done scrubbing. Oh, got a sand fly in here now. You can never have too much toilet paper, yeah. That's for sure. No, that's true when you run out of it. I need to get this sand fly out the door. Hold on a minute. I don't want a sandfly in my house. Fly away, sandfly. No, don't come back here. Come back towards the doorway. Kennedy beats my purpose. Hey, Mies. Are you hungry, Micha? They didn't save you any, did they? Little rat finks. They ate all the food and didn't give you any. Well, I'm not breaking out another can. Sorry. I will go and get you some dry food. We never did dump this stupid dry vac thingy. What? Ouch. Hang on, y'all. I gotta get the cat food out of this room. I should have just left it out there so I didn't have to climb over everything. Ugh. Ouch. Here, Mish. Don't go back out there. I'm giving you some food. Here, Misa. Okay, I'll bring it down to you since you don't want to get up. Here you go, Mishma. Eat up. Got it all to yourself. I think it's so funny when you feed cats how they look to see if any other cat is coming before they eat it. Now you can see Michi eating. I showed you the other cats on the other video. There's Mita Me. Oh, you hate the thought of anything getting on your fingers? Hold on, I'm going to read that other message. I'm not trying to miss your messages here. Turn the chat. Oh, there's nobody that's going to help with repairs, it doesn't look like. We haven't been declared a national disaster, so. My ex-husband and son-in-law are probably going to come in and tear the floors out at some point. I'm buffering? Sorry. I don't know how to unbuffer myself. I'm not sure what to do. Anyway, I'll probably stay on for like about 4 more minutes. Then I'm going to head off of here. Probably hang out with my husband a little while or something. I'm getting kind of tired. It's getting to be that time to just settle down into the evening. Yeah, I know, Sunshine Baby. I keep wishing the man on the white horse would ride into town and tell me he came to hire my ceilings, build onto my house, lift it up on stilts, put all new everything in it. But that's Laura's fantasy in her head. That's always been my fantasy. I have a perfect house that I would love to live in. And I don't think I'll ever see that happen. I would be really surprised if it ever did. It was a house of some people that my stepdad used to have a debit with when he was an insurance agent. I'll never forget this house as long as I live. It was gorgeous. Beautiful staircase, carpeted, upstairs bedrooms, and then downstairs there was a kitchen and a living room and a dining. Why am I buffering again? There was a door that went out to the skateboard area where there was like a long path and you could ride the skateboard, and it brought you out to this tennis court. And yeah, it was perfect. I loved this house. I would love to have a house like that. And it's a certain style of house, and I think they're only in New York State as far as I know, or maybe out in like California or something. My auntie out in California had a beautiful house too. You would walk in and it was like there was a fence up and there was a fountain with those big coin fish or however you say the name of them. And she had those. and beautiful greenery. And then you walked in her house, she had a beautiful big kitchen and living room and just beautiful. Someday, I will have a nice place. What you looking for, Lovey? Anyway, it's fun to dream, fantasize and stuff like that. And sometimes those dreams come true, and other and YouTube. And for these very good to sleep well again tonight in luxury and safety. Oh, I don't want to live in a castle. Mm-mm. I wouldn't want to live in a castle. That's too big for me. I don't like mansions. I don't want a mansion. Just a bigger house would be nice. A little bit less closed in. French fried asparagus. Yeah. I don't know. I might eat that. I don't know. I don't want to eat a lot of deep fried stuff, though. You go for it, Mommy Mars. You rent one of those 200 rooms in the Queen's Castle. Anyway. All right. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to head off of here. I wasn't able to hook up with Dana and, oh, cool, Gloria. That works too. Um, so I'm going to head off of here for now. There's not really much to talk about, not much happening, but I'm going to browse around and see what's on YouTube in other rooms and stuff, what kind of drama I can check out, what kind of stuff's going on. And we'll see you later. God bless everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye.